Hello everyone, today we are going to go through counting sort 2, which is a problem under sorting section of algorithm on Hackerrank. So without wasting time, let us have a look on the problem statement. So this problem is almost similar with the previous one where you were to perform the first step of the counting sort. So to remind you what the counting sort is about, it's an algorithm used to sort an array knowing the biggest element of the array. So when you are aware of the biggest element of an array, what you can do is that you can create another array which will keep the index or the number of occurrence of each of the element, and from the initial array you will just count the number of occurrence of each of the element, and based on that you are going to return the result with the sort array. What will it look like? So you have an array like this. This is the array we want to sort. We know that the element of this array move from 0 to 3. So we know that we can create an array with 4 elements from 0 to 3. This is the element. So now when we are going to loop, the first element of the array is 1. So we increment the index of 1. The second element is 1. We increment the index of 1. The third element is 3. We increase the index of 3. So that's why we have it this. The next element is 2. We increment the index of 2, and then the last element is 1. We increment the index of 1. So now that we have this array, we are now going to loop this array, and then for each of the element we are going to see which is not 0, we are going to create, in fact we are going to insert in our result array that number of time the number of element that was supposed to be there, right? So we are going to start with 0. How many occurrence of 0 do we have? 0, so nothing to do. How many occurrence of 1 do we have? 3, so we add 3. We add 1 3 times in our array, and so on to the end. So that is the implementation we are supposed to perform here. So what will be our approach? So basically we are going to implement exactly what have been described as our approach. So we are going to start by creating two vectors. The vector that will store the result, that means the sorted array, this one. We are going to create the vector that will sort the count, the number of occurrence. So those are the two vectors we are going to create. And then after that we are going to perform the first loop, which will loop from 0 to the maximum number of elements we can have, and then from that you will create the counting, I would say the counting map. And after that we are going to use that array of count element and create the result array. So without wasting time, let us implement what has been described as approach. So we will start by creating two vectors, like I said, the result and then the count. Now we know that the maximum possible element is 100, so our count needs to have a size of 100, and we can start everything with 0. Now we need to perform the first loop. For each of the element we need to increment the element at that position in our count array. So now that we are done with this, we can now move to the step of using this count array to create our result array. So we just say we know the size is 100, so we can use 100 here if you want. So for each of the element you're just gonna say result dot resize, and then the resize we take now the result dot size plus the count of e, and then you just put I. So what is this function doing? This function is basically saying that you're going to take the result array, you're going to resize it, So the resize will either increase or reduce the size of the element of the array of the vector, but in our case you are using the size plus something, so you always increase. And when you increase the element, you can give to the second parameter a value that will be used to fill the added element, right? So by doing so, here you can just return your result. Since you have just one instruction here, you can do the same like here, so you just get rid of that one. So let us run this and see what it gives. You have a congratulations, everything is green. Let us submit. Perfect, everything is green. So this was my approach of solving this. I hope you do enjoy it. Feel free to leave me a message in the comment section if you have anything to exchange regarding this. See you on the next video. Ciao, keep learning. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.